more and more like the moderns. So the question is, what happened between 300,000 and 400,000 years ago to produce Homo sapiens? And I think we have a pretty good answer now. And the answer comes from violence. And the story begins by focusing on this question. Why is it that in the human species, we are unique among all primates in not having an alpha male in any group, in the sense that what we don't have is an alpha male who personally beats up every other male? And the answer that has been portrayed most richly by Christopher Boehm, and whose work I've elaborated on, is that only in humans do you have a system by which any male who tries to bully others and become the alpha equivalent to an alpha gorilla or an alpha chimpanzee or an alpha bonobo or an alpha baboon or anything like that, any male who tries to do that in humans gets taken down by a coalition of beta males. And that coalition...
Yes. That's a really good picture of human society, yes. I like it.
Okay. So, and that's the way all our societies work now.
Yes.
And because individuals try and be alpha and then they get taken out.
I mean, we don't usually think of ourselves as beta males, but yes, I suppose that's what democracy is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, so at some point, alpha males get taken out. Well, what alpha males are males who respond with high reactive violence to any challenge to their status. You see it all the time in primates. Some beta male thinks he's getting strong and maturing in wisdom and so on, and he refuses to kowtow to the alpha male. And the alpha male comes straight in and charges at him. Or maybe he'll just wait for a few minutes and then take an opportunity to attack him. All of these primates have got a high tendency for reactive aggression, and that enables the possibility of alpha males. We don't. We have this great reduction, as I talked about earlier. And the question is, when did that reduction happen? Well, cut to the famous experiments by the Russian biologist Dmitry Belyaev, who tried domesticating wild animals. When you domesticate wild animals, what you're doing is reducing reactive aggression. You are selecting those individuals to breed who are most willing to be approached by a human or by another member of their own species, and are least likely to erupt in a reactive aggression. And you only have to do that for a few generations to discover that there are changes in the skull. And those changes consist of shorter face, smaller teeth, reduced maleness. The males become increasingly female-like, and reduced brain size. Well, the changes that are characteristic of domesticated animals in general compared to wild animals are all found in Homo sapiens compared to our earlier ancestors. So it's a very strong signal that when we first see Homo sapiens, what we're seeing is evidence of a reduction in reactive aggression. And that suggests that what's happening with Homo sapiens is that that is the point at which there is selection against the alpha males. And therefore, the way in which the selection happened would have been the way it happens today. The beta males take them out. So I think that Homo sapiens is a species characterized by the suppression of reactive aggression as a kind of incidental consequence of the suppression of the alpha male. And the story of our species is the story of how the beta males took charge and have been responsible for the generation of a new kind of human, and incidentally, for imposing on the society a new set of values. because when those beta males discovered that they could take out the previous alpha male and continue to do so, because in every generation there'll always be some male who says, well, maybe I'll become the alpha male. Yes. And so they just keep chopping them down. In discovering that, they also obviously discovered that they could kill anybody in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Females, young males, anybody who didn't follow their values. Mm-hmm. And so this story is one in which the males of our species, and these would be the breeding males, have been able to impose their values on everybody else. And there is two kinds of values. There's one kind of value is things that are good for the group, like thou shalt not murder. Mm-hmm. And the other kind of value is things that are good for the males, such as, hey, guess what? When good food comes in, males get it first.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, friends. If you found this information to be useful, please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. Gracias.